Hello and welcome to Addictions number 2. Guys, thank you for tuning in again for the second fortnight in a row. This week, Connor, or Ninja Bunyip, as you guys might know him, sends his apologies. He can't be here. I don't know what the matters are for. He didn't tell me he could only get on his Skype account tonight to tell me that he couldn't get on Addictions. Not really in his place. Sorry for the background noise. Not really in his place, but here to stay probably for the next couple of weeks at least until he has to do something. I have my friend, well, one of the people I game with, not too regularly at the moment because he's out of Xbox Live, the scrub, but I do game with him regularly. His name is Tristan, as you'll hear me recording videos. Oh shit, I can hear it in my background.
I
Um,
don't hear anything at the moment, and hello to everyone that has joined us this afternoon.
Tonight, the retard.
It is still the afternoon.
I'm sorry.
I only have two time periods, morning and afternoon. So
Pretty
as it
much,
is 12 o'clock afternoon.
yeah, I get that. What are we talking about first, Tristan? Well, Addictions. Addictions is the podcast where we talk about gaming news, internet news, and more. Um, for our schedule, if you don't already know, is every 2 weeks. We might be changing that to every week if we get enough popularity in this series. Addiction podcast will be for us, not for you. So if you don't like any of the views on this podcast, you can express that freely, but don't get up us and don't ask us to change. Now, guys, the first thing I want to talk about is new releases in news this week. Wolfenstein has released this week, and it looks amazing.
Yes, it
Simply
does.
looks amazing. My view on this game has changed since I saw all the hype for it and all the trailers, and I thought this game was going to be, it's just another one of them shooters. God, what are we getting into? There's no good games. And then this utterly amazing, beautiful, not really story ridden first person shooter comes out, and I haven't played it myself yet because I really don't want to. One, because I've watched it on YouTube, and two, because I really see no need without getting an Xbox One, which I currently don't have. I don't really have much on that other than all I can say is that the gameplay I've seen has been interesting to say the least. It's been, how do I put this? Surprising. That's it. It's been surprising because it hasn't had the, like, from what I've watched, it hasn't too heavily been involved with the cutscenes and the story. There's only been like in like the 9 episodes I've watched of one person on YouTube play it. They're about half an hour episodes, right? And like I've only seen like 4 or 5 cutscenes in those episodes, and 9 episodes of 30 minutes each, and that's a fair amount of game time. I reckon it's a good mix. What about you, Tristan?
I've well, I don't want to ruin the game experience for myself because like I I had I just this game is amazing in my view. Like I've been waiting for them to bring out a new Wolfenstein for many, many years. The last one I played was Wolfenstein 3D. I think it was on the old Windows XP. Yeah, shouldn't have been playing it, but you know.
Good old Mez XP.
Oh, it's I've been waiting for a new one to come out since that, so I've only seen about an hour and a half worth of gameplay, and I think it is amazing with the dual wield just about everything.
Oh, don't get me started on that crazy shit.
Ugh. You just walk up behind someone with shotguns, it's like, hey buddy, how's it going?
I
Just blow them all to
forgot.
pieces.
That's another thing we have to talk about. Is Wolfenstein is visually
Just
stimulating.
the graphics is not the best that I've seen, but it's in the top 5, definitely. definitely. I want to know how good the like if it goes for a fair 6 hours or so with gameplay, because past games, they haven't been too long. I like
Yeah, yeah.
myself a good long game.
No,
Like,
I get it.
not buy it and then just be like, I just bought this game a couple hours ago and I finished it. Like, that happens to me with a lot of games. That's just, I don't know if that's you or anyone else, but that
Yeah,
just happens
that
to me
brings
a
up
lot.
another thing probably is the time it takes for a game to play through, and like me personally being involved heavily on Twitter, have seen a lot of tweets directed at people like playing it. Like one person probably is the Rad Brad, and people go, "Oh, it's going to be long. It's going to be long," and then he ends up playing it, and it's not long, but at the same time, it's not short. Like he even said himself that he'd done 3 recording sessions for it,
Mm,
and as a YouTuber who plays through games for a living, that's a big thing. Saying that this game is at the right standard for time. It's
that's yeah, it's a good thing because I've just loving the look of this game so far, and I just can't wait to play it. I'm not gonna be getting in on anything else but next gen Xbox. Just it's can't afford
yeah,
at the moment. It's just way too expensive. I think that's just one thing that they need to do now is just bump the price down a couple $100 maybe.
you're getting into the topic of the last episode, eh? The Xbox
It's
One price cut.
expensive, way too expensive for me.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's probably another thing for another time. We've got the whole group here. We can talk about that. But yeah, Wolfenstein personally for me, not being able to play it and stuff, that obviously gives me a mark down. But personally, to look at Wolfenstein, I'd call it in the top 20 games for the 2013-2014 financial year.
Mm, I just with the stuff that I've read about it, it being in Europe in the year 1946, it 1946 and 1960 is just
Yeah,
oh, just
they've done a really good job at basing the
and the
timeline it was.
and to make the buildings and all that look so good, like even the little pieces when you're walking around and you can hear the crunch under your foot. Like a lot of other games have that, but not all the new ones have it, which
Yeah,
is
you find a lot
really
of new
unfortunate
ones
because I like the
lacking it.
the little things in the games, like the little details make a game good as well. It's not just about like planes flying by and the rev of the engines. It's got to have everything, every little detail is good. It all adds up to me.
Yeah, it does. It does. Okay, moving on. Next in the news, we're talking about Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs, the latest thing to come out of Ubisoft Studios. I can't give you the exact studios names from Ubisoft, but to be completely honest, Ubisoft today put on Twitter and on Google Plus, because Google Plus is one of the platforms widely used in the gaming community now. So make sure you go check out my Google Plus page, and soon to be there Tristan's Google Plus page. Put on Twitter and YouTube and Google Plus that Watch Dogs in its first 24 hours sold more copies than any other game of Ubisoft's in their first week. So that tells you a lot about Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs, if anyone doesn't know, is based in Chicago. Main character's name is Aiden Pierce, who is a hacker and he uses his smartphone to do things. I don't know the exact story because me personally, only releasing what? Yes, Tuesday. Yeah, only releasing Tuesday here in Australia. Was getting. I don't want to get myself too involved in it, but to me, it looks like a GTA ripoff.
Mm,
But saying
yeah.
that, I haven't played it personally, and there's a lot of cool things that look really good in it. It personally, for me, it's going to be one of those games where it's very, very controversial, where it sits on the thin line of being extremely boring or extremely fun.
Yeah, it's
And
just like GTA Online. It's crazy how fun that is. Like
yeah, exactly,
it's,
exactly that.
it's amazing. Like you get all the little weird things that you do, like you just run around robbing people and just seeing all the weird things that you can do. Just walk around,
Yeah,
fist bump something.
that's another thing. In Watch Dogs, if you haven't seen it, Tristan, I personally today watched a little bit of multiplayer gameplay because I didn't see it. Honestly, honest to God, I thought Watch Dogs actually didn't have a multiplayer mode. And seeing the multiplayer mode just again, I have to say, it reminds me of GTA. It honestly does. Watch Dogs is giving me this slight glow, like it has just this little growth on the side of it. It's going, look at me, I'm GTA. I'm just, I can't. It's there.
Yeah.
It's annoying the shit out of me, honestly. Be light on the fact.
It just looks too much like GTA for me. Personally, I don't even like GTA that much, but it's, I don't know, I've just never really seen the point of something you just walk around shooting people and driving places. I don't really, that's just one thing that just don't like. I gotta have a good story, or else I just won't really enjoy the game.
Yeah, that's another thing that brings to my point. Is that is that Watch Dogs, from what they've advertised, had this massive hype train. Like,
Looks
I'm not
like
even. Yeah.
another thing, like if you're being chased by the police or something, but the trailers and stuff that I've seen, it looks like it would be a fairly easy game to play. Like, you're seeing all these lights, so you could, just black out all the lights and hide somewhere until they disappear, or there's metal pillars coming out of the ground to stop traffic. Just raise them up, get in a car, and drive off. It, to me, that sounds a little bit like too easy.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't live up to its hype, and that's really disconcerting. It really throws me off the game. Like, another good example of not living up to the hype train is Titanfall. That's it. I forget the name
Titanfall.
sometimes.
That was, it
Titanfall's
was,
another
it
letdown.
looked like a really good game, but they just made it they just hyped it up way too much than it should have been.
Yeah, it was. It's honestly. Well, I'm not going to say one of the worst games, but I'm going to say it's one of the more lacking games of the next gen.
It's not the best.
It's not the best. And simply to put it, I've already got an opinion on Watch Dogs, and on Watch Dogs, it's just simply not what it lived up to.
Mm,
It's one of those games that I like to call the fail train. It just
yeah,
put itself on the tracks and went straight to failure. I mean, to be honest, when it was delayed, that's when it was downfall. But people still believe the hype train, and
yeah.
that's annoying. Okay, I think that's enough of that. We're just putting Watch Dogs down. I really don't like doing that, but may as well. Okay, on some other news. Let's get on to some a little bit more exciting news. Is pardon me. Is the Xbox One update? Xbox One was getting a June update, but apparently, I think it was Monday night. It got released early. Now, personally, this is starting to get a bit ridiculous. Microsoft releasing updates early and to
Yeah,
be
like,
second to none. To put on top of that, just what I've got some notes down here on this thing because I really couldn't remember the little details. It only went on for about half an hour. But apparently the update was in a foreign language that no one could understand. And they could not match up the foreign language.
was
So
probably some sort of code.
get your shit together, Microsoft. This is starting to get ridiculous. On
Who
another
knows? They
thing,
could have like left out some things that they should have updated.
exactly, that's what I was saying. On another thing, they could have left out shit.
Rushing it isn't a really good thing to do. You
I
could have
mean,
caused more errors than you fixed.
I know you don't have an Xbox One, and me, I don't have an Xbox One yet. One, because they're way too expensive for what they want us to offer. And two, freaking, according to all our friends, the party system is fucked.
Mm,
It's like
it's just
honestly so bad.
horrible. And it just looks like, to me, it's just more of an entertainment, like, of to watch videos and stuff on, like, a set-top box. It looks like it would be mainly used for a set-top box. That's what I would use an Xbox One for. And I wouldn't be paying $600 for one of those. I could pay like $200 if I wanted to watch TV. It's
That's
just not
that's
worth it.
that's what I'm gonna say. That's what I've got to step in there and say. That's one of the disconcerting things about the Xbox One is everyone. I'm not saying you do, but a lot of people think that because of the failed marketing campaign at the start of Xbox One Life, they think it's a lot about TV, where there's barely any TV component to the Xbox One. I mean, there's a big entertainment side, but there's still a major emphasis on games.
I
Like,
just
this,
read up on a new game actually. It's where is it? I've got it on my other computer. One second.
this guy prepared right here.
Sorry about this. I had it. I had it.
You had it. You had it.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah. Never press Control Shift Q.
Oh,
Please do not try that. It'll just close everything.
just don't listen to this guy. He's a little bit cheeky. So let's stay interesting. Okay, we better get on with this. Um, we're gonna have we have all that clip. We have a couple more things in the news this week. Um, I can't remember if it's this week or last week or even the week before on the last podcast. Is that Twitch was bought by YouTube, and that was
That's fairly
well,
big.
interesting. Yeah, that is a kind of a big thing. I mean, you can't go past that.
I wonder how much they would have spent on it.
I do wonder. It's apparently they're saying 8 million.
8 million.
8
Let's,
million
let's just
apparently.
hope that they upgrade it a little bit.
I mean,
Like,
I'm
yes,
not
it is
this.
a really amazing thing to use, but sometimes if you're streaming from like across country or something, it can be a little bit glitchy and laggy. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
have
what I
the
mean.
best internet. I get about 5-10 megabytes a second download, but it's still should be enough.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some of the problems that I hope YouTube fixes is one, yes, really is the streaming problem, and two, there's a lot of stream. What do we call it? The streams go offline when it still says to the streamer that they're online, and sometimes when I'm in there and I'm watching a stream, I'm like, oh, good, this is a good stream. I'm enjoying myself. I'm sitting here listening, and sometimes I just listen, but most of the times I sit there and listen and watch while I do other things, and then my
Whoa,
stream goes offline,
what just happened?
and it's
Your
just
mic
weird.
just had a massive heart attack.
Why would that do?
It was just like, I am going to turn into a stroke victim now.
Oh god.
That was horrible, dude. At least I'm not
Yeah.
cooking popcorn.
Not tonight. Hey Tristan, if anyone doesn't get that, it's an inside joke. Tristan has a headset that when he plugs his mic in, it does a thing that we like to call cooking popcorn. and it does. You'll hear your echo of yourself, kind of like I'm hearing now, and it'll do this thing that goes, and then turns into, and we all like to call it cooking popcorn, but at the same time we're all holding our headsets fucking 7 meters in the other direction. So yeah, it's a bit annoying. That's to say the least.
Not the best thing, but you know, it's a decent headset. I wouldn't trade it in for anything. I mean, the bass is
Yeah.
amazing.
I won't talk to me about that. He brings it to school sometimes. Again, if you don't know, I go to school with Tristan as well. So yeah, I didn't just meet him over the internet like I do most of my friends. Yeah, his headphones are amazing. Okay, we got to move on because otherwise we're not going to get this completed, and Henry's going to keep talking around him shit. People and go, "Oh, this is supposed to be a stupid bug." I mean, it's not stupid. That's what it's turning into. This was supposed to be a smart podcast. I'm fucking guys. Next thing we're going to talk about is Battlefield Hardline.
Battlefield. Good old Battlefield.
Battlefield Hardline. The official statement for Battlefield Hardline. Battlefield Hardline coming this fall by EA Demotox, or whatever his name is. On behalf of everyone at EA and the Serial Games, I'm fired up to confirm our next project, Battlefield Hardline. This is a brand new series in the Battlefield franchise, set against the backdrop of a genre we all love, the war on crime and the battle between cops and criminals. Oh my lordy, this shall be interesting.
I can't wait. Battlefield 4 was amazing. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. But they did have a few things that they needed to improve on, like
Yeah,
the kill trading. That is that just makes me really angry sometimes. Like you go to kill someone and it's like, "Oop, nope, you're dead as well." Or when you kill someone and it glitches out and says that they have 0 health. That's just a big troll moment. It just makes me angry.
yeah, netcode's one of the things that you really gotta be careful of. As my phone's having a heart attack on my desk over the other side of the room. As I said, it's new in the Battlefield. Yeah, it's a brand new series in the Battlefield franchise, so it's not really along the lines of the Battlefield 1, 2, blah 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 to 4.
Yeah.
It's this new series, but at the same time, it's the good old Battlefield we love. Now that's
It's
the
just
key
like
point there.
Ghost.
Don't get me started on Call of Duty on Battlefield. Um, Battlefield 4 was really I absolutely love it. I'm not gonna lie there. Battlefield 4 is one of my favourite games I've ever played. But it makes me so angry sometimes because things are there and people know they're there and hundreds of thousand people know they're there and they complain to people who make the game, DICE and EA, and all they do is go, "Oh, let's fix this one because this one's not causing much problems and we have no workload." And they sit there and don't fix kill trading. They don't fix getting killed around the corner. They don't fix, "Oh, you're shooting 50 bullets into this guy. Let me just tell you he has 0 health and he can knife you."
Yeah, and yet they
Completely
have
fine.
these huge, like I mean, these massive updates for the game, and I really don't see what they do. Like, yes, they do some damage upgrades and some amplifying of sound or sometimes, but I really don't see anything going around with the damage, with the kill swaps and stuff like that. It's just a little bit sus. Could be doing something, could be doing something different.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it'll be an interesting game to put cops and robbers, and like I've heard some of the vehicles and some of the game modes, but I'm not really going to mention them today. I have got them written down, maybe next time, but I'm not really going to mention them today because I don't want to spend too much time on this. Because there's nothing confirmed, and by our next podcast, E3 would be on, and we would see a lot of this gameplay. While we're on the topic of that, E3 is in 2 weeks. We shall have a podcast on the Thursday on our fortnightly schedule. Hopefully we can get more people on. Connor shall be back, as well as Tristan. We shall have comprehensive coverage from E3. I'm going to spend as much time as I can, and I know Tristan here will as well, won't you, Tristan? On getting as much information as we can for you guys to put in the podcast, because, well, to be honest, even though if you're still watching this far in, which I do hope some of you do, to get something like 50 views within the first week and then continually gradually like 1 or 2 a day over that, it doesn't register on your YouTube, but it registers on my analytics, is fantastic. I mean, I didn't expect this much support on my videos. And if you want more addictions, then you just tell us, and it's simple as that. Guys, we're going to take a break for a couple of seconds here. We're going to get some stuff ready. Our next topic of conversation shall be E3. Let's just bring some stuff up here, hey Tristan.
I just remembered what I was talking about earlier on, and it was Saints Row 5. Apparently it was confirmed by the voice actor. Don't know which voice actor it was, but the game has been confirmed by him. Who knows, he could just be a massive troll and destroy all of our hearts. Because, to me, Saints Row the 3rd was amazing. So was Saints Row the 4th.
Oh, sorry for the yawn there. Fuck. Yes, Saints Row 5, I heard a little bit about that too. I'm not going to go into too much detail about some information, eh? Okay, let's talk E3. Entertainment something Expo 2014. I have no idea what the middle E is for, but all I know is it's shorthand for E3. This year at E3, there will be massive games, a lot of developers, and all this other shit that we're used to and we just want to see. Now, our hopes and dreams for this year at E3. I'll let Tristan start, because I know he has some interesting thoughts.
Interesting thoughts. Well, Evolve. There's there's a lot of things that just come to mind when I think of E3. It's just like, are they gonna put out maybe a new console designs, maybe thinking of a new controller or something, maybe a new Kinect. Who knows? The games that'll be there is I can't even I don't even want to try and count how many games there will be there. It's just gonna be a massive thing. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm probably just gonna take days off school just to watch it.
Oh, these press conferences are going to be interesting.
Oh yes, especially with the new Advanced Warfare coming out.
Oh, okay, let's stop ourselves there. Okay, Advanced Warfare, we'll talk about that later. Let's just cut Advanced Warfare out of the picture for a minute. Now, you talked about Evolve before. Anyone who doesn't know, Evolve is this brand new thing brought to us by the developers of Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. If you don't know what games those are, I ought to stab you in the eyes.
And then force you to play them.
Yes, exactly. Evolve is a unique thing they like to call 4v1. Now, if you already hadn't taken a guess, it's 4 people versus 1 person. Now, this takes the form of 4 human hunters, each with their own special class, which I cannot name for you, even though I have a lot of other information written down here. Each hunter has a certain ability. Straight off the bat, probably the one it's probably universally dependent on is medic. Now, you have 4 guys who all help each other in some way. And then they've got to verse one other person, as it suggests in the name 4v1. Now, this one other person takes the great role of the monster, or the alien monster, as they like to call I can't remember the monster's exact name at this point in time, but it's freaking hilarious because they've confirmed that all their characters have special names, including these big ass, ugly motherfucking alien monsters, and it's hilarious. Now, the gist of the game is, sorry for the background noise again, is you as hunters have to find the alien, and the alien gets something like a 30-second head start, and
Yeah, you
you
just
all
gotta hunt and kill it.
you're
Just
all on this Animal Planet or something, isn't it?
yeah,
Like an
yeah.
Animal Planet.
And if you look up, it just looks amazing. I've seen I think it was like a 16-minute video or something on a 4v1 match that they did, and the game just looks amazing. It, oh my god, the detail that they've put into it, amazing. The
I'm honestly
thing,
going to
the
say right
stuff that you
now.
get to use is so good. Like the guns, how they got the ideas for them, I have no clue. But I guess that's what they're getting paid to do. The um, the alien itself is just it's going to be extremely hard to take down. Like you, basically what you do is you walk around the map and there's neutral bots or AIs running around like they are neutral animals, and you eat them to evolve. That's the more you eat, the more you evolve.
Yes, I've heard
Which is
that.
also better because for every time you evolve, um, the more armor you get, which is to me a really good idea to put into a game. A thing that I heard as well, I was reading up on it, and the monster does not regen health, which is pretty unique considering what it is and all the special abilities it can do. It's it's pretty good. Will, are you even still with us at the moment?
Yeah, I am. Don't worry, I'm just listening to you.
Being extremely quiet as usual.
I know. I'm sorry. But I was just letting you explain it to all the people who don't know what the heck it is.
Yes, I'm trying to find what it's called, but nothing will goddamn tell me what it is.
What are you trying to look for?
Trying to look up what the bloody monster's name is.
You're actually searching that up.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Yeah, but it looks really interesting, and I'm hoping that E3 brings a big thing for a while. Like I'm totally into this whole 4v1 multiplayer thing, and I'm totally into buying Xbox One if I have to get Evolve. This shall be interesting. What other things are you looking forward to at E3?
Um, that's I don't know. I just looking at might have a little bit of a perv on all those ladies dressing up and shit. Go to the league area, have a little bit of a perv. That's
Well,
just what I do.
stop talking yourself up like you're going to it, Jesus.
No, no, no. It's called HD.
Exactly. One of the things I'm most looking forward to as well is the press conferences, because I cannot wait to see what. Oh fuck that yawn! What they have in store for the new consoles. I'm honestly, we talk about Evolve and Evolve being a main game. What we're looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to the consoles as well, and also I'm going to put it out there. COD Advanced Warfare. I don't care if you call me a fanboy. I don't care if you say it's repeating. I'm looking forward to it. Simple as that. So That's my view of things.
Well, I was just reading up on this monster's abilities, and you can pick up boulders and throw them.
Yeah, you pull out magic boulders
That
on the ground.
will that'll be interesting.
Yeah, so
And
learning every
tear
day in
humans
this game.
in half. Apparently, you can tear them in half. Okay.
Anyway, I think we should move on now.
Yes, I think so.
Our E3 hopes and dreams right there is just basically one game and press conferences and perving on the cosplay girls. Moving on,
I love
let's
cosplay.
talk about COD and in general COD Advanced Warfare. This shit has to honestly be the thing I'm most excited for this year. I just, oh,
If it's not better than Ghosts, I'm just gonna break it.
if it's
Ghosts
what?
was horrible. It has to be better than Ghosts.
I'm not saying
Like
Ghost is
it just
horrible,
has to
but at
be.
the same time, I'm not saying Ghost is good. But yes, definitely,
It
this is
needs
the
to be better.
thing. This is the thing right here. This is the big game changer for me. Is that Advanced Warfare just put itself onto a hype train.
Yep.
Like they just did this big thing, and they went here, have an exoskeleton, have hover bikes, have this giant mech.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure it was leaked a little bit as well.
yeah, let's not get into that. I talked about it last week. But yeah, and they put themselves on that hype train, and I'm just hoping to God that the hype train doesn't kill it. I'm gonna be so angry if the hype train kills the
I
game.
don't think they should. They don't really need to release any more trailers for it. That'll maybe one or two more trailers, but nothing that'll give away too much.
Yeah, they,
I'm
they
pretty
need to
sure
do
the
the good
first
thing
trailer
and
did
just
that already.
yeah, they need to give away. They need to do the good thing and not give away anything much more. I mean, you got your celebrity actor this time in what do you, I can't even remember his name. But you've got your celebrity actor, you've got your mechatronic suits, exoskeletons, whatever you want to call them. You've got your hover bikes, you've got your 3D printed guns and shit. It's just you got to stop before you get ahead of yourself
And
because
you can already see what could possibly be a new perk or something, like maybe a kill streak. That deflective shield that he puts in front of himself in the elevator. That that would be a really cool feature to have in game. Maybe even pardon me, my throat's really hurting right now. Maybe even in multiplayer. That would be very interesting to see how they would do that.
yes, that would be interesting to see. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, if it's not live up to the hype, a lot of people are going to be disappointed. But probably the thing that's going to disappoint me when that hype train when it doesn't live up to the hype train, is that if its story is shit again for the third year in a row. I mean,
Mm.
Black Ops 2 was just disappointing, and Ghost was so short.
Yeah,
Oh
Ghost
my
was it was a
god.
decent storyline, but it was just way too short for me. I finished it within a couple of hours.
Yeah, I spent a good probably 17 hours on Call of Duty Ghosts, and within that time, I'd already leveled up to Prestige 1 and
Mm.
completed the story, so
Yeah,
that was a bit
it's
of a
a
disappointment
little
for
bit too
me.
short. One thing I do like is that they made it a tiny bit harder to prestige and stuff. You still get all those people that no life it though. It's one thing I abs. That's my pet hate for shooters. That's my pet hate.
It is a no life, yeah. They've got to make this game have a good story, but at the same time, it's got to have its multiplayer. It's got to be the COD.
It
People
needs to
like
be a little bit
people.
different. They need to add
It
different
needs.
things.
It's not just needs to be a little different. It needs to be different, hands down. Like it's. It's got to be the COD we know and we love, but it has to make the
Oh,
leaps and bounds that Ghost
your
did.
mic just had another stroke.
Jesus Christ! But yeah, as I said, it doesn't need to change dramatically. It just needs to change enough so that the COD we know and love is still there at its roots. But just like Ghosts, it took leaps and bounds towards next gen. It took leaps and bounds to improving the game.
Yep.
And that's one of the big things is if it doesn't improve the game, if Advanced Warfare does not put the player in a sense of this is still COD, but this COD is hard. It's got to have that sense of you being, oh shit, I have to think about this. This is still COD, and it's still the thing I love to do. It's just I have to think about this now, and I've got to be a bit more exclusive with my ideas of popping out around a corner or just running and gunning. And if
Another
they
thing
don't,
that I'd like to see, Black Ops 2, we had the dive, and that was hilarious. That just made the game so much better as the dive. It just, it's hilarious, absolutely hilarious. Ghosts was the slide. I would actually prefer it if we got the dive back. Like,
I,
just
I
for
personally like,
screwing around, it'd be a lot more fun.
no, I personally like the solid. Personally,
But who knows? They could make something else. They could make you roll. Who knows?
shall be interesting. Um,
Maybe you get an extra couple seconds sprint boost. Who knows?
who knows? Nobody knows. Um, yeah, I think that's about it for what we have on Advanced Warfare. Just before we go, I would like to talk about Call of Duty Ghosts Invasion. Now, recently they released some pictures,
Did
and
they really?
they released a little bit too much, I think.
Do you have any screenshots?
No, I don't have any screenshots I can pull up for viewers, and I can't screen share them either. But one of the massive things they've done is they've put a pirate ship map on, and all I'm saying is, fuck yes. That's, that's all I have to say is, fuck yes. This has just stepped up the COD game. I have so many ideas in mind for videos. I have so much. I just reckon they're gonna have so much fun. And before we forget about it, they also put in a pyramid or a desert map, and they finally bring back a desert map. Oh my god!
We can actually run
Finally,
around and be the real butt pirates now.
yeah. They, they brought us. They brought us this stupid map, and then they brought us another one of those maps where it just looks genuinely awesome. And the pirate ship map is a stupid map, and the pyramid map just looks genuinely awesome. And I can't say enough how much Infinity Ward has stepped up the game and how much Activision has stepped up the game with the DLC in Call of Duty Ghosts. But still, on that note, this game is somewhat of a letdown. The game always has surprises like this. I mean, Jesus Christ, the last mini DLC they released was a fucking astronaut skin. Like, how much stupider can you get without actually
Is that even a
downloading
word?
DLC? How much stupid you can get without actually downloading the game and being stupid? Downloading the game and then downloading DLC, I mean, that corrupts your game. I mean, like, come on. I mean, I don't know the words. I'm out of words. I think it's too late at night. Too late at night. I'm done. Well, what's your view on that then?
I'm sorry, but I don't think these people wanna sit here and listen to me rant on about useless shit all night. So I just go on for hours if I'm gonna talk about this. I don't think it'll be it wouldn't really be worth it. It's just like
Yeah.
me going on about Halo 4. It just won't stop. I can't wait for Halo 5 to come out.
Oh, don't get me started. We'll talk about Halo 5 next week, eh?
I will have a
After we
nerd
play.
rage. If I do not get an action figure or some sort in their special add-ons for their pre-orders, I will have a nerd rage and throw my console out the window.
Calm down. Calm down.
I absolutely love Halo.
Yeah,
Amazing.
but anyway, I don't think we should talk too much more about anything. It's getting pretty late at night. We've pretty much exhausted all our things except for Halo 5 there. Next time you see us on Addictions, it will be mid E3 week on
Mm.
June the 14 days.
12th, I think. Oh, hang on. Are we not having it in 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, we are. We're having it on a Thursday night again.
Alright,
I think it
12th.
might be the 12th. Yeah, something like the 12th of June.
Yep, put my
Sorry
calendar
for
up.
sorry for the stream being so late today, guys. We had a bit of technical problems and stuff like that. I will be getting one more video out before I run out of footage, so you're gonna have to bear with me there because I do have a little recording problem at the moment. But guys, this has been Addictions Podcast, gaming, news, internet, and more. I thank you for hanging out with us. You guys have been a great audience, whoever came and watched. I hope you guys take the time out of your day to watch the whole video. If not, leave a like, favourite, and subscribe to Fertile Sphere to see more action from Addictions. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.